mean, folks, there's been a huge uproar in the YouTube community. Obviously, a lot of people have been pissed off about the finish in that 2-3 falls match between Vaughn, Kreed, and Quinton. I mean, everyone wants to see that match come to find out who are the winners between these two men. Of course, the way Vaughn and Kreed used their mastering to banish Planet X from the UWA, and of course, Vaughn Kreed winning by default. I mean, everybody's been emailing and commenting and PMing the UWA mariosthemaster about how much they hated that ending. But here's the thing, folks. I mean, obviously, that wasn't really the original plan from the booking community, or the booking committee here in UWA. Vaughn Kreed took it upon himself. That motherfucker took it upon himself to use the master ring to wish away Planet X, all because in his mind he could not defeat Planet X on his own. He could not. What he did last year to defeat him by doing the aneurysm to the freaking steel steps did not put him 1, 2, 3 this year. So he realized he could not beat he could not physically beat Planet X 1, 2, 3. So we had to use the mastering mode and wish his ass out of the UWA. And obviously a lot of you fans are pissed off because I know how much everyone loves Planet X.
I mean, it's just one of those things you actually cannot blame the creative team of UWA. You have to blame, Vaughn Kreed himself for doing what he did. I mean, he put all that power from the mastering in his hands, and this is what we talk about. I mean, would you really expect anything less from this man? I mean, come on. You can't expect anything more from Vaughn Kreed to do that. So look at this. I mean, he's the same man that threw Big Josh off of the Hell in a Cell. And so as I was saying, you can't really blame the UW creative team. I mean, those members like Doug Danger and of course Nick Willis as well as Fire Rousseau. Yes, his first name is Fire. But nonetheless, folks, the match continues. Oh my! Dropping that knee is vintage Vaughn Kreed on a spike here. Just saying, hopefully Spike can maybe gain some momentum after losing to Vicious. We haven't really seen him much since, if any, since that big loss he took back at Pandemonium.
Believe it or not, folks, Gene Stone, he does have some stroke in the back. After all, Gene Stone is a UWA original. I guess, Spike and Gene Stone are actually considered friends backstage, so I guess Gene Stone is using his stroke somewhat, to kind of help, feature Spike a little more than he's been getting featured in the last few months. I mean, ever since Pandemonium 10, this is only the 3rd time that we've seen Spike in the UWA. And obviously, if you're trying to make a name for yourself in this company, that's not enough. Nowhere near enough to get put over. Now Spike, that huge boot is taking down Spike that elbow.
Picks up Spike. Picks him up with absolute ease and throws him over. Now we're getting a rematch from Pandemonium. Long awaited rematch. These two eyeing each other down. That rivalry that has spanned so long, such history between these two. It goes back before even UWA.
As I said just a second ago, Spike. Oh, look at this. There's something vicious out of nowhere. He's going to go for the real folk blues here. And it hits him down face first and pins him. This could be it here. Oh, but that damn Vaughn Kreed isn't no time to break that one up. I mean, folks, obviously like I just said, Spike and Gene Stone, somewhat pals, behind the scenes here in UWA, and obviously Spike, they'd like to see what happened to Gene Stone with his mastering getting stolen from Vaughn Kreed, and especially after seeing Gene Stone how he lost at Holy Night Bash when he collapsed on top of the cell, falling to the very middle, allowing Lord Magnum to pick up the win. I mean, obviously, Gene Stone, Gene Stone believes in his mind that it was Vaughn Kreed that gave him that quote-unquote, that real aneurysm back at Bloodshed, and obviously I'm sure Spike probably believes him as well. I'm sure Spike would love to, make, Vaughn Kreed reap what he sowed, get his revenge on Vaughn Kreed and the rest of the Nation of Violence.
Rock, can you say any more times? And nonetheless, look at this Spike picking up Vicious. Look, dazed, but just reverses that, completely no-selling. But his runs on that running knee. And look to me that Vicious might have been, blocked. But oh my, not anymore. Getting that dead right there, but did not go for the pin. Instead of those double drop kicks to the face. Now he's going for the pin as he saw Vaughn Kreed. And this could be all she wrote. Was that a near fall? Couldn't hear the referee. That's the theme of tonight, folks. being informed that was indeed a 2 count.
Yeah, now, of course, Spike is the same in that, kicked out of 3 dead right there's DRTs that got pandemonium. And now look at this, Spike on the top of one of the victims. What are you going to do with the big man here? And a super punch off the top rope. Of course, that goes according to the hold. Say the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And now look at this, falling up top of that leg drop, that leg drop on the back of the neck of Vicious there. And this could be all she wrote here. And once again, Vaughn wasting no time breaking up that pin attempt. And this, for a while, folks, while Vaughn was going under the radar, when he wasn't really doing that much dastardly things the earlier part of this year, I was beginning to want to Vaughn Kreed, and be kind of impartial, but not the way he did. Oh, look at this, folks. This will be the last rites to Spike and sends him down with tremendous authority. All those victims on the second, feel the middle rope here. The referee oblivious, but luckily Samoa Joe breaks that one up. I mean, folks, earlier this year when we saw, Vaughn Kreed kind of, not being as desperate as he used to be, he was under the radar. And for a while, I was actually trying to get somewhat, impartial to him and kind of warm up to him as a wrestler. That's what we did the last few weeks. I mean, that just takes the cake. And now I find myself to never like this individual.
Look at this Vaughn Kreed go up top and it hits that elbow. So didn't really get the full extent of it, but it still took both men down. And Rock, I think he pretty much answered my question and saying you can say even more times. But look at this, Vaughn Kreed going up top. Got better of it for a second. He was thinking something, but I guess realized Spike was not in the right position. He's gonna make him in the right position there. So what is Vaughn Kreed doing here? And look at this. Oh my! Goes for that backbreaker.
Canadian backbreaker. Oh, wait, I thought I was going to go for the aneurysm there. The finisher aneurysm. And look at this. Where's Vaughn Kreed going? He's going up top here while Spike's in the tree of woe and stomps on him. Put all of his weight on the chest of Spike there.
After that tree of woe position, man, Spike, if he can manage to kick out, I guess Vaughn Kreed's not going for a pin. If he can manage to somehow, he desperately needs to take the Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's yet to get in this match. And they're actually doing a great job of keeping them on their side of the ring. And he actually did get in. I'm being corrected here by Rockjock, but not very often. But it's been all Vicious and Vaughn Kreed here. Is he setting up for the aneurysm? Oh my! That aneurysm to Spike. Both of them wide open. So I'm feeling the gas. I'm feeling the fountain of blood coming right from him. He just gets booted off. Samoa Joe can't even stop the pin. And that's a 3 count, folks.
Just like that, a nation of violence win this huge main event here tonight. I'll show the replay here. Of course, there it is, the tag from Samoa Joe to Spike. Spike's eating that knee. I'll talk about cutting his momentum in half. There's all the double team for the nation of violence. That's Spike eating that size 16 triple E boot from Vicious. Of course, won't be hitting his signature here with this Canadian backbreaker, which led to this move. And G-Star was the move that I'm sure Vaughn probably did to him. Look at that aneurysm there. Putting Spike 1, 2, 3. Spike, Samoa unable to break up that pin and Vicious stopped him in his tracks. Here's your winner, Big Vicious, Vaughn Kreed.
Man, Samoa Joe really needs to be buried anymore, folks.
Seriously, folks, I mean, the Nation of Violence is absolutely dominant here tonight, especially at Horror Night Bash. I mean, who's going to stop this faction of unholy individuals? I mean, somebody needs to step up and take down this faction somehow. I'm daring somebody who has the balls, the cojones, the pants, the grapefruits, the testicles, to take out these 4 individuals. I'm talking about Lord Magna, Vampiro, of course, we didn't see Vampiro tonight, Vaughn Kreed, and Vicious. We need somebody to take up. Wait a minute, we're getting a weird transmission here, folks. We can't ignore it. We gotta go to this weird video package. Wait, G-Star, where the hell is he? I guess we found that man first to step up and take down the Nation of Violence. And I wonder who G-Stone's going to assemble for his army against the Nation of Violence.